Hey there guys, the name's Derp. Today we will be talking about problem solving and thinking skills in cognitive psychology. What is problem solving and critical thinking? Critical thinking is a mental process of actively and skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and evaluating information to reach an answer or conclusion. While problem solving is the result of critical thinking. It involves discovering and analyzing the problem with the goal of finding the best possible solution to overcome the obstacle. And now, let's enumerate the critical thinking skills. First one is the reasoning, or the action of thinking about something in a logical and sensible way. The second one is analyzing, or examining in methods and in detailed structure of something, especially information, typically for purposes of explanation and interpretation. The next one is the decision making, regarded as the cognitive process resulting in the selection of a belief or a course of action among several possible alternative options. It could either be rational or irrational. The fourth one is the problem solving, the act of defining a problem, determining the cause of the problem, identifying, prioritizing, and selecting alternatives for a solution, and implementing a solution. The last and the fifth one is the evaluating, the systematic determination of a subject's merit, worth, and significance using criteria governed by a set of standards. And now, let us discuss the different aspects of critical thinking. The first one is dispositions. Critical thinkers are skeptical, open-minded, value fair-mindedness, they respect evidence and reasoning, they respect clarity and precision, look at different points of view, and will change position when reason leads them to do so. Next is criteria. To think critically, we must apply criteria. The need to have the conditions that must be met for something to be judged as believable. Argument. It is statement or proposition with supporting evidence. Critical thinking involves identifying, evaluating, and constructing arguments. We also have here the reasoning, the ability to infer a conclusion from one or multiple premises. To do so requires examining logical relationship among statements or data. The next one is point of view, the way one views the world, which shapes one's construction of meaning. In the search for understanding, critical thinkers view phenomena from many different points of view. Procedures for applying criteria. Other types of thinking use general procedure. Critical thinking makes use of many procedures. These procedures include asking questions, making judgments, and identifying assumptions. And now, we will discuss the steps on problem solving. Number 1 is we identify the problem. Find the source of what is wrong. Number 2 is define the problem. After it is identified, the problem needs to be fully defined. Number 3 is form a strategy. How are you going to solve the problem? Number 4 is organizing information. Before you start solving the problem, you need to organize the facts. What do you know? What do you not know? The more information you have, the better. Number 5 is allocating resources. Determine if the problem is important and a high priority to solve, or if it is not as important and less of a priority. The more of a priority it is, the more time, money, or other resources that you may want to use. Number 6, monitoring progress. This is the key, because if you are not making good progress in reaching your goal, you cannot reevaluate the situation and look for a new strategy. Number 7, evaluating the results. The need to evaluate your results to determine if that is the best possible solution. There are 3 core constructs of critical thinking and problem solving. Number 1 is effective reasoning, the ability to create claims and support them with logical evidence. Number 2 is decision making, The ability to identify options for a choice, to articulate criteria for evaluating those options, and to evaluate those options based on the articulated criteria. And lastly, number 3, the problem solving. The ability to identify the key questions in a problem, to develop possible plans for solving, to follow through those plans, and to evaluate both the success of the plans and the solution. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from my video.